you had before?
Give me 1 second. I'm in a different area. The lights are really dim.
Oh, looks like you have way less hair than normal.
Yeah, I
Like,
promise I'm not bald.
do you shave your head?
No, I'll show you. It's just currently really dark, so if I turn off, I'm dog sitting right
Oh,
now.
wow.
So, I'm
They
inside
don't
the
have
little movie
lights?
theater. They have a little like movie theater room.
Oh, fun. So when
So,
you dog sit, do you stay at do you house sit?
yeah, so pretty much I'm house sitting for this family. I mainly just hang out the house for them because they have a little cat now. So I just try to hang out here. Um, so most of the time it just depends on the family. Either I just have to show up and just walk the pets and hang out with them for a little bit. But when I'm here, I just able to hang out, so might as well get some
Right?
quiet time, get a quiet space. And I mean, they have a little movie theater. I can't complain about that.
Nice. What kind of dogs do they have?
I'm not entirely sure. One of theirs just passed away, I think 3 months ago,
Oh.
unfortunately. It was kind of a freak accident, but I'm not sure what the other dog is. He's a little like 15-pound dog. He's I can maybe find him, but I'm not too sure to
Little.
be honest.
Yeah, that's sad. I don't know. My dogs are my babies.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah, well, I've had two dogs die and oh, it literally ripped my heart out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tommy is jumping on. I'm not feeling so well. Um looking at deals, we got multiple things going on. Do you guys, first of all, just so do you have any new deals? And then the update, Blake, on your Oklahoma deal.
Yes. I believe I have a new deal. There was some that I found. I'm gonna pull those up. And then the updates that I have on it, I was able to look at different like apps that we can use to find truck parking and the different ones that they commonly use. So I have
Beautiful.
those that we can actually start going through. And I was gonna try to create a Facebook ad, but I know it's not a house. And I just want to ask before I fully post it if that's something that I'm able to do since we don't have it fully acquired and what I should say on it because I know we want to keep it minimal words. But what should I post it as? Just a regular listing or as like a house for rent or rental? Because there isn't one really just for like main property. And how I
Yeah,
post
let's,
that.
yeah, well, these are great questions. What we're going to do is wait till, so Tommy is just wrapping up a call. When he comes on, let's have him actually coach through this because you're asking really great questions. And what we're going to do is create multiple versions of those ads so that you can be able to be reposting those.
Okay.
So, Tommy, you're here. Morning, Leo. Morning, Mike, Cicely. Glad you're all here.
So, good morning, Catherine. I appreciate, uh, I was a little late because I had a phone call come in, from, from a fractional bookkeeping company who's going to work with us on contractor scale up and do some stuff there. So, and, to that point, the program today's, going to be a little bit, interesting because I've got a guest that popped in, and so we're going to shift up for a minute. I want to pay attention to Leo, as he was a special invite on my behalf, because I want to introduce him to like Mike Butler and Catherine, specifically. So, and then I'd like to get into talking with Blake about the Oklahoma project. I do know that we did get, um, uh, Tracy has gotten updated and downloaded on everything. So that was pretty amazing. And then, uh, to kind of wrap things up, give everybody else a chance to kind of to go through things. So let me start out real quick. I want to share my screen before I introduce Leo. I did an analysis last night on Claude. If you guys aren't using Claude yet, Like one of the cool things Claude does is that it goes through your stuff like your little sister and like just can find every nook and cranny of crap. So since April 16th till now, we've had over 54 Deal Hunter sessions logged. And what was amazing was Claude went and pulled all of this out of our Zoom. And what it did was it literally made an attendancy frequency scale, which I thought was amazing. Laura's been in here 49 times. She's not in here today, but followed up with the peeper. Our guy Peeper here is 42 times. Tommy D 37, and it's like I don't understand why Tommy D has got such a low rating, especially since
Because you log in as me. You're logged in as me. You're not logged in as you, so it registers me, not you.
and again, only because it's great to be Catherine. So Cicely's upset, lining up in there in the top five, right? With Katya following it up. So these are our major players. And if you don't know who these people are, they are very well versed in how Deal Hunter works. So go get them, go talk to them, and then get busy. And then our new friend, who we're calling external guest, but he always looks like he's heading into a Twilight movie audition. Sometimes because he lights up behind him, he looks translucent. Michael Butler out of Philly, you know,
Oh,
becomes
look, he
a
just
very
disappeared.
fast friend to everyone here. So appreciate
Thank
it.
you. I'm someone the LEI and this extra.
You're
Sorry about
chopping.
that.
It's chopping up. It's chopping up. Anyway, I thought it was very cool that it kept track. We've had over 50 guests because there's like 4 spaces up at the top. We've had about 50 guests total in the land chart, including some of our own. And so it's amazing results. And so appreciate everyone coming in and making this possible. And I wanted to just kind of throw that out to everybody. So let me jump back out of here and go back to open screen and get to talking to Leo. Catherine, before I really pull him up to the front, um, Leo and I go way back. Leo and I have known each other for probably 5 or 6 years now. He's working with another guy that I knew separately, like the way that worlds collide. I seen Leo and a realtor friend of mine, like Alberto, come together and talking about something on Facebook, and I'm like, hey, I want in. So I was like, Leo, come on and talk about it. And so, a little background: Leo is a retired service member and has a mission and a purpose and a focus to help veterans. And as I've explained, like we have programs that could help Leo accomplish what he wants, on top of helping and our investors, uh, do those impact style investments. So I'm hoping Leo didn't disappear. Did he disappear?
No, he's here.
Leo, do you want to come up and say good morning and introduce yourself? Talk about what it is you're doing, and let's do a little chopping up on your plan. He disappeared.
Oh yeah, now he's gone. Really quick to catch you up. Oh, he's back. Is Blake? We want to run some ads for the test ads for the Oklahoma property. We were talking about that before you came on.
Yeah. That's the other thing we'll talk about is how to get into the Facebook marketplace out there in Oklahoma, get those ads popped up, and start getting to see if I'm gonna promote him to panelist. See if he comes up. We'll promote, see if we can talk to people about 5 acre and 8 acre lots with buildings on them and kind of see how that works. I keep promoting to panelists. I don't know if his computer's allowing him. Anyway, hopefully his computer will participate. I see him down there. Just turn on the camera and come talk whenever you're ready, bro. Anyway, the cool part, Blake, is that we'll get a list of pre-buyers going. And like we said, the bank can't split it up, but we can, and we can start looking at what that looks like to do that as well. So. All right, we're gonna move forward. Um,
Yeah, I guess, well, he raised his hand. Leo, can you hear us?
turn on your camera.
Looks like he's having technical issues, like he's in here twice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's unmuted, so
Yeah,
audio
it's
should be
unmuted.
going through.
And I see his hand raised, and then he disappears again. Anyway, I can kind of go into a little bit about it. They want to buy a piece of property that'll house veterans and help veterans get off the streets, getting homeless veterans off the streets. Like I almost get passionate about it to where I'm like my eyes well up a little bit and I get a lump in my throat and my armpits get sweaty when I think about homeless veterans and Leo and Al, what they're trying to do, it sings to my heart and it makes me very, very motivated to get into action and get into service. Because I was supposed to go to the military. However, I had a father with authority issues, and he refrained from letting me go, and basically sabotaged my opportunity to go in the military. I can be grateful to him for that, or I could hate him for it. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful for service members that did get to go and did get to serve, and so I want to serve the service members that served. And so that's what that comes out to. And so I was hoping that Leo was going to be able to come in, talk about what he's doing, and then we can get busy trying to find the property and resources necessary to help Leo and Al get things done. Like I said, Al is a licensed Arizona realtor. They've already kind of found a place. Leo's been busy going out and setting up. um, appointments with people, building relationships with people, but I already know the work that Catherine and I have done would be exponential to Leo. And so I'm gonna pretend like he's in here and talk about it like this because I'm gonna send him the link to this when we're done. Um, and so getting him the help he needs. But Catherine and I were at a conference where a lot of the information that he needs to accomplish this housing program, we've talked to the USDA. We've got contacts inside of the inside of the HUD, the Housing and Urban Development Authority. We've got connections inside of the Homeland Security. Homeland Security actually has funding for projects. Um, and so being able to get those contacts into his hands and help him develop those resources is what I feel like myself personally, I want to contribute and put forward, hands down without recourse. So if Leo's able to get back in here or he's a working man, so I see his ass in there. Like, turn on your camera, bro. Um, hit the chat button and say something. His hand's raised, so I don't know how to help him out. But anyway,
You should, Leo, can you hear us?
blink your eyes 14 times. I think he's a Marine, so they eat crayons from what I've
Tech
heard.
issues on his side.
I believe he was a Marine, and so he's probably eating crayons. That's what they do. But if he's not a Marine, I'm gonna have to take that back and apologize publicly, probably. So anyway, over to Deal Hunter. Let's run a deal. Catherine, do you have anything, or Michael, do you have anything? Cicely, you have anything you want to check on everybody before I get busy pulling stuff out?
No, I'm curious about Blake's running more ads because I'm again seeing how many people are like clicking on my ads. So I want some more ideas around all of that and generating those leads would be really cool. I wonder if Deal Hunter would help us create ads.
Yeah, Deal Hunter definitely is good at creating ads. What kind of ads are you referring to though?
It's the Facebook.
Running more Facebook ads inside of what?
Blake, do you want to tell him what your questions?
What's the deal you got?
Yeah, pretty much. I know we mentioned about creating some Facebook ads for the property to start getting some leads. And so we can kind of get people that are interested and get that waiting list going. I was just going to see how we want to do it because I was looking at the ones that we have posted for your septic tank and
Yeah,
then the deal for the houses that you have in the Cortez deal. But I was just trying
yeah,
to see the best way to go about it because I know we're trying to sublease it essentially, or we're going to kind of do the different plots on the land. So I just want to ask exactly how we want to do that and how I should reference it since we officially don't own the land and we're just
right.
kind of getting some leads originally.
Absolutely. Let me see if I can, let me see if I can join the call from my phone, share my screen from my phone. Let me put this on mute so I don't kill everybody with reverb.
Yeah, because ultimately I was just trying to see how to list it because I know I
Talk a
can
little bit
list.
more for me. I'm sorry, I see Blake's lips moving. I've put everybody on mute. Give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves.
So while we're waiting, one of the things to get everybody caught up is so Tommy had me run different Facebook ads, and it's in the Facebook Marketplace, um, talking about um, and I can show my screen of the different ads every single day for these particular projects, and it's 5 words or less. So these are the rules. 5 words or less. Every day it's different pictures. Um, and when people respond, you literally say, please call this number. They call the number and they're calling and talking to you. So now we can see Tommy's. You're probably gonna have to take your background off. We're seeing your phone,
Perfect.
but we need to remove your background because we can.
Hold on.
There you go. Okay.
So
So
inside of, I
inside
don't
of,
know why I'm hearing myself twice.
I don't know why I'm hearing myself
You have
twice.
Because you have to turn the volume down on the computer as well.
Let me see. Did that work?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right. So inside of the marketplace, there's two places you're going to advertise from: marketplace and your own screen. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first one, and in marketplace, the first one is how you're going to do this is you're going to list out. Let's pretend this is the property up in Oklahoma. This is a land home package I actually have in Pima where I'm selling just raw dirt, but there's about a half a dozen pictures there or more. There's actually 7 pictures, 1 video. And when I run the ad, I create an ad or create a listing. Let me go back. Go back. Up here, create listing. Home for sale, 1 item, typically 1 item. And then I can go through and do a bunch of stuff like that. Oh crap. It's not going to let me actually create the listing. So I got to show you what it looks like. So back inside my listings, we got 131 listings. Inside this listing, I made the listing and put the pictures and put the words, and inside the words, very basic, raw land off grid. I put 1 acre, Pima, Arizona, less than 5 bullet points. And then put all the info in there, right? And just basic, because you don't want to look professional. I had this conversation with Roman this morning. Roman's like, bro, we need to put our ad in there and make it look professional. Like, and you'll 100% get kicked off. 100% get kicked off. That's just how it works. So I'll go in and I'll open owner carry, seller financing. I'll hit save because what it'll do by saving it, it allows me to relist it in new places. So here's the listings below as well. I want to join some things where it says like related groups to join. Owner financing land for sure. Buy US lots for land. I like those. Save those. I like the ad. It's been updated. I can share it now. This is the second way to do it. It gets shared out through groups. I'll do that the other way. So that's marketplace. Has everybody got that? Was that understandable?
Yes, that makes sense. I would just have finer questions about the property in general, but I understand how
Well,
that
and
process
again,
works.
you could literally come up with 5 basic things. Open storage, um, put a lease rate at $1 per, whatever it is per square foot, make it monthly so that it's the lowest possible number. And then just put, open storage, building available, industrial lot, boom, done, industrial zoning, whatever, like very basic. This is Catherine's. She made this listing. It says shovel ready, plans and permits in place, right? And that's her listing. And so from there, it's out on a bunch of different groups. I'm gonna just select that, share, click groups. I'm gonna share it to a bunch of the groups I'm already a member of, because this is social currency, and this is the second way that we can share. Like if Blake makes the listing, I can share it from my end as well to my more targeted groups. So now I've shared that out. I don't have to write anything because it's just, I can literally put like helping a friend. Done, right? Post it. And it's going to go to a bunch of groups that she's not a part of. This is social currency. And this is the second way we're going to learn to help each other out. And then finally, the third way is where I'm going to go to my shared stories, right? I'm going to open that up. I'm going to select, I'm going to select I want multiple. Come on, darn it. Add media. I want that one, and that one. Next. Oh, I'm going to add one more. I'm going to add one more. I'm going to add these two right here. So I have these 3 pictures of this house, floor plans, concept, real life when it was done, an area for it, like measuring stick and blueprints, like it just all fits together, right? Boom, done. I'm going to put on here tiny home or custom casita. I can actually go and get ChatGPT to create an even fancier one, but I'll just help me write, and it'll tell me right here. Boom, done. If I want it longer, I can go into that. But after all that's done, I'm going to go to tag some people that I'm friends with, especially the ones that are popular. 11K followers, Romans 3.6. I always tag my mom because I love her. And then pushing it out to a couple other people that I know and tagging them in it. I might put my location, Titan Impact Group, right? And so pretty much done doing that. I'm going to click the next button. When I get over here to next, it's going to say, all these things go all the way down here to where it says share to Facebook groups off. You're going to turn it on. And then again, you're going to go and put it inside of groups that this would relate to. So I'm going to do it in a bunch of 30,000, 25,000, right? Living Scottsdale. Yesterday I discovered there's only about 250,000 people in Scottsdale, and 14,450 of them are millionaires or more. I don't know if that makes anyone excited, but you're gonna see I'm dropping all this in every one of the Scottsdale groups. Right. So, and it says to share your post with select up to 9 of your groups. So I get 9 groups right here that I can choose from. So I'm gonna be very picky. I want to make sure I get the right ones. Right. So active ones, etc. You can sit back and watch which ones are active in the future. Um, but let me see. Casa Grande's got a big group done. There was my 9. And then basically, as long as I'm sharing to my story and post audiences to the public, sure, there it goes.
We also
And
have
it says,
Leo in the waiting room. I think he wants to be, I think he has his device better now. We can promote a panelist.
okay, cool. So those are the 3 ways to market and advertise from Facebook on that deal, Blake.
Okay.
So we'll get some of the pictures that they have. I'm gonna quit sharing.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Didn't mean to interrupt you, Tommy.
All right. Blake, any questions on that? Here I am sitting here talking and my mic was off. Any questions on that, bro?
No, that clears it all up. Thank you.
You're on mute. All right.
Should I list it? Do you want me to do the entire
entire
property and just say I have
I
different things for rent? Or do you want me to kind of do some smaller sublots or just do the entire property and then
No,
see
you
if
want to do
it's-
sublots because they're selling the entire property. You're trying to find tire kickers on the sub properties.
Yeah.
So go off of whatever ChatGPT told you and create an ad for every one of those sub parcels that we created. You got the one with the building and the 8 acres. You got one that's a vacant lot just for parking. You got one with the security guard booths on it. Like break it up and then ask it to come up with what the monthly lease rate should be, write an ad for it, put the pictures on it, and again, run those 3 types of ads. Well, 2 types. Run the one where it talks about, you're in marketplace and go into Oklahoma marketplaces. So that way you're able to reach people. But also like go into groups that are like, for example, heavy equipment groups where they advertise or talk about heavy equipment. You'd be like heavy equipment laydown yard for lease, boom, done. Post it right there, move on, you know?
Okay.
So that's the plan for that and seeing if we can just with that. Now, Leo's welcome back, bro.
Man, I apologize, you guys. It was, I don't know, like it was just not wanting me to talk at that time.
God
But
is God is on our side, bro. The devil's interfering in that. So
mhm, yes,
you must
sir.
have an apple.
Right, and I appreciate your time and everybody's time and the invite to be here today. It's amazing. Um, and yes, Tommy, you hit it right on the nail, right? The introduction. I am a U.S. Army veteran, right? And this whole idea started when I was leaving the service, right? I, I was in Louisiana, right? Fort Polk, Louisiana. And it was the end of my tour, my end of my thing, and I was like, all right, well, cool story, bro. Now what? So thankfully, I had my mom, and she opened the door back up here in Phoenix, and a lot of my brothers and sisters didn't have that, and this plan has been going for 13, 15, 17 years now that, man, like, I wonder what happened to them. I kept tabs with a few, some vanished, some still around, but, and I had a support channel, which is literally my mom and a few friends like Tommy and stuff like that, have been around like, bro, why are you doing this? Why are you giving up? So that's why I created that United Veterans Support Services Foundation, right? It's a full name, but just go with UVSSF, right? Not Russia, not USSR. It's UVSSS, right? So the idea is, I'm gonna follow the Saint Vincent de Paul structure for a sense. I'm gonna have a retail store in the front, full of like donations and things of that nature. But I'm also gonna supplement it with junk removal. Okay, I have a junk removal company, and we're gonna hire veterans. All right, that's the whole idea is for on-the-job training. And we found this beautiful building over in 19th Avenue in Peoria, which will help exactly for that. It's a couple big bays that I'm planning on transforming into kind of studios. It's just a room, right? Basics, but they already has a plumbing, so there's gonna be a bit of shared plumbing. I have male and female bathroom, a shower, things of that nature. So the idea is a transitional home. So it looks like I can fit maybe four. So 12 months, no, they get going, right? The key is transition, right? The guys are coming out. Okay, of course, that's for now. The idea is to help every veteran in the world, right? But to start, those four, we all have VA benefits, so they're gonna supplement with the mortgage, the payments, with all that we need. And I'm a go-getter, right? So, and I don't want to depend on grants and things of that nature to keep us afloat. That's why I have the junk removal set and done to take off running. But my partner, like you mentioned, Albert, is a realtor. So the goal is that we're gonna open the UBSSF Realty Group. And so just like that, and when you list a home with us, percentage goes back to the foundation. Then my maintenance manager, this kid is a monster to be honest with you guys, but he's a AC installer, right? So he knows everything there is to know about construction, AC, and things of that nature. But we're gonna open UVSSF refrigeration. Now, the key with that is we're gonna focus on mini split install only, okay? Because I don't want to crack open someone's house, start worry about liabilities, ROCs, and all that nature. I just want to keep it simple. We come in and out, and that's another on-the-job training. Right? Again, all veterans, of course, will have some civilians help, for checks and balances, if you will. But the goal is for workers itself to be veterans. At the same time, partner with RSI, the HVAC school in town. So I'm gonna send them to work there, right? If they wanna, because not everybody wants to know this. So they want to know welding. They want to do this. They want to do that. And my main focus will be the trades, because I've been doing staffing and HR for my whole life, seems like now. And that's my biggest struggle with the workforce, it's just the lack of ethics, and for for some of us veterans, there's no questions asked. You're gonna show up to work, right? It's just you're gonna do it, you know. And it starts with that, right? Just to show up, go to work, go home. Um, have them because with HR and all that, I'm gonna show them how to write a resume, how to be presentable in an interview, what to say, what not to say, and things of that nature. Um, and above all, guys, sometimes we just need a good job, bro. You're doing great, man. Don't give up. And that can push someone further than you can even think of, right? Just to make that connection, it will help you. And as a word, eventually, I want to end up with kind of like a hotel with a warehouse attached to it. I want to have it full of veterans that didn't transition, the homeless, the on the routes, on the this, on I want to help everybody, right? In general, but mainly the veterans, because I feel like it's a double-edged sword sometimes because people see you, they're like, oh, veteran, oh man, nice, but then that sometimes you don't get the job because ooh, that's a crazy veteran, man. I don't know if you want to have a crazy, you know. So, you know what I mean? So like for me myself, I had to prove myself. I have like two associate degrees, a bachelor's degree, I'm an engineer, so from the army, the this, I can go on everything. Just so I can feel like I'm in the same playing field as everybody else to kind of compensate the a crazy veteran, right? So that's what my institution wanted. I wanted to be like a super formal, pristine. That oh, you come from UVSSF. Oh, okay, coming in, right? Because I used to be the know the guy, and I'm starting to be the I'm the guy. So I literally know everybody that knows everybody. Thank goodness I've been around the world a couple times, so literally internationally known. So my goal is to open these centers like McDonald's, right? Every state has veterans, right? And just last night I met a lady from Israel, right? And she was also a veteran, right? And I told her, that's why it's United Veterans. It's like we're gonna open a center in Israel, in England, anywhere. Everyone has veterans, and I feel like the escalation is what gets everybody, you know, grandfather in, if you will, right? So if I have I don't know, Groundworks, Graybar, whichever company to help us, they'll be with us on the next institute and the next one and the next one, you know. But you get grandfather in. Once I'm running and going, you'll be sponsor. You will not be part owner. You will not be anything. You just be a sponsor with a cool name on the wall, which is fine. I'm obviously looking for that, but it's just at the start is when it counts, right? So that's why I'm very appreciative of you guys taking the time. And I've been talking to everybody that knows everybody, and that building, it is amazing. It's sitting at 1.6 mil. So I've been running around town for like 2 to 2.3 mil, just to get it started, get it out to code. It is amazing, and it doesn't need a lot to get it to code. I just need to make sure that it has the space for the veterans. Make sure that I cut the base, I cut this, and make sure everybody has, as much as we want to come in and be one. At the end of the day, you still want to go to your room and hang out and watch TV, right? And and the idea is that why you want to come here, and it's because it's fun, right? I'm fun. I know how to have fun. But when you think military and fun, it doesn't really, coexist very well. So I'm gonna pull from that camaraderie, right? That motor pool, that that jargon that we use, because when we're deployed overseas and you see the motor pool, like, oh, I'm going home. I made it. I was in Iraq and I made it to the motor pool. I'm coming home, right? So it's gonna have a little theme like a motor pool, so everybody can identify as far as veterans. Have a little corner with free coffee, so the veterans can just sit there, and talk. Uh, but the idea is to use the little words, right? So like at the cashier, at the cash register, I'm gonna have a big sign that says, "Hurry up and wait." So with a little thing on the bottom, like, "We'll get to you eventually." So just little sayings, that like a very famous one, like, "What is your dysfunction?" You know, that's a very military thing. And even for the pay system, I'm gonna use ranking, right? So private is the very bottom, so it's like a $2. Sergeants 5, 10, generals are 20, things of that nature. So that way everything kind of connects the dots. And for the people, that way I can teach them upsell, right? So when the register, like, oh, you only a sergeant, you don't want to be a general today? What's going on? So that just it gets like that, and gets the people thinking like, "Ooh, I left being a general instead of I'm a private," right? So that way, every everybody's worlds can collide into one. And another beautiful thing about that building that it has four little separate offices in there. That I'm thinking easily I can rent an office to somebody there to help supplement. And it has to be mission related, right? Like I don't want to have like a tire shop, right? I mean, we do need tires, but it's not exactly mission related. So that way, I want to have like a BFW office there, the USO, just somebody that can actually help. And eventually, want to have everything in house, right? So I'm gonna have to send somebody for behavioral. The main thing that it's mental health, because I can bring the horse to the water, but the horse has to drink it. So if I'm there and I have a someone I can send them professionally to talk to them, it makes a difference, because I can say and do whatever, but I'm a jack of all trades, but I'm a professional of none, right? So I can't basically say I am a mentor. I'm a this. I'm not certified mentor. So I want to create that uh, legitimacy. That's the word. I've been looking legitimacy, fun, and where everybody can come in, right? Everybody can come in and work and show a veteran, like, hey man, so because nobody wants to do a business with a guy. So you need to register an LLC. So then from there, you need to get your bank account. And then from there, you need just some little skills that to someone from us, like, it's duh, right? Like, what? Why would you not? But I didn't know that. Like 30 years in sales, and I didn't know a lot of this stuff. So that's why the goal is, and Um, Obviously, we all gonna make money, right? But the point is to make money while helping somebody, right? I think that's
Right.
the reward.
Yeah, and I appreciate you coming in and sharing all that, Leo. Like when you talk about it, it sounds like a buffet, bro. Like it sounds like you're walking into the mess hall and they've got every imaginable great dish out on the table, and
Mhm.
like you get to pick wherever you want to be satisfied. And the environment, like three things that come to mind is you're creating an environment, you're creating an ecosystem, and you're creating a therapy plan. Um, so these are the things that uh, you're triggering in my head where I can be of service to you, where I can be of value to you in helping you achieve this great goal that you've set out to accomplish. And you know the building that you have is a conceptually sounds amazing. But I'd love to have, you know, my partner Catherine or anyone else that has experience with this kind of chime in to what can we do to help Leo get organized, and get perfected what he needs to accomplish this so that he can get into that service as soon as possible. I know that, like I said, the environment, the therapy and all of that is important. But like one of the things he's mentioned was like having a transitional home. I know the homeless veteran right now who is refusing the help on getting his VA benefits to become not homeless, like the horse to water thing, right?
Right, right.
I think if you had the environment where he felt comfortable to get into learning how to do that, because again, military people learn different than civilian people because of the training you're given. So if you want this guy to be comfortable about taking that advice about getting VA benefits, you need to create the environment and the space for him to be that way. So
Absolutely. And sometimes it's just easier to talk to a fellow veteran, like
right,
there's a million things that I saw and seen and done that I would never talk to you about. But if another veteran comes in, you just automatically opens up, man. Like, hey, man, were you in Iraq on this year? Yeah, I was in Fallujah. I was here, and it's just an automatic click. And I was one of those veterans, to be honest. I got out, and for the first 8 years, I did not apply for VA because I thought I was fine, right? I was like, man, I'm not missing any limbs. I'm good to go. Like, let my brothers and sisters join those benefits.
right,
But then that's when I met my ex-wife and all that, and she convinced me. She was like, "Dude, you think so, but you're effed in the head, man. Like, you need to go talk to somebody." And she honestly is the one to push me, and it took so much out of me to say, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna go to the VA. I'm gonna apply. I do need to talk to somebody. And this is years and years and years. Obviously, I did my training. I did the talks. I did the groups. I took the pills. I'm not in the pills no more. But it helped, right? It helped kind of like restore balance, if you will, because it's
yeah,
tough. Like I'm expecting you right now. Like I call you at 7. Why are you not answering at 7:05? And it's like I mean, need right? And it's like, dude. You're done. There's like, why you gotta go? You got 30-minute lunch, and you finished everything in 5. Like, and then like, oh wow, what do I do with the rest of the 25 minutes?
right.
So that's the thing that I think that you mentioned the homeless veteran. If somebody like that, who just talk to him like, dude, it's all right. Like you want to be weird, be weird. You'll be cool, be cool. But you just cannot give up. You cannot just give up. You cannot. We did so much for everyone that why can't we accept a little bit of help one time just to get that going, right?
Well, and I agree with that. Yeah, as a registered nurse, we talked about it a lot in the healthcare field because you had mentioned the mental health level of this, and the importance of that, and so we fully support what you're after because again, it really comes down to that and again having the environment. So, Catherine, do you have anything you want to add to this?
To me, this sounds very similar, Leo, to something that I've been dealing with is being an entrepreneur there's like, and yesterday we were at an incredible networking event, and all the entrepreneurs we talked about, everybody's up to 1,000 things because it becomes an addiction. Like once you get one, you're like, oh, another, you see opportunity everywhere. And pulling it together inside of like, okay, what's the one core piece, and then from there everything goes out from there, right? Like for me it's the 7 streams. Like my 7 streams is all about, it's not about the number 7, it's about creating multiple streams of passive income for all these families and bringing in all the tools, the resources, the who's that know how. And I hear that for you. So a couple of things. One, you wanted it to be legitimate as a mentor. First of all, let me just tell you, you're legit. Like
Right.
if you
Thank
needed
you.
me to send you a piece of paper that say you're a certified legitimate mentor, we can do that, right? Like
Yeah, and you know
you're
what? It's sometimes,
qualified,
yeah, some people need it, but thank you. I
but
appreciate
you're
it.
qualified, right? And because you already have been mentoring these people successfully. So like to understand that, and we can send you the certificate if you need. If that's like sometimes we just need somebody to give us permission to say, you're that, right? Like, I was given an honorary doctorate because of the tens of thousands of people I had helped,
Oh, wow.
right? And so it was like oh, thank you. Like, but again, I'd been doing this for so long, but that piece of paper somehow validated all like
Yeah.
everything that I had done, right? So I get it. So I'm telling you, like as an honorary doctorate,
Right.
you you have crossed the line. Like you're there, you're it, you're legit. Now, when it comes to creating this, so one of the things that I think would be very cool to sit down with you and do is to have a conversation with you about all these things and get these things out because we use AI a lot with this. And when we can talk through all of the things and just like basically verbally vomit all of our ideas onto it and then have it help us organize things to come back together, to come back to a logical piece that it's connecting dots that our human brains aren't connecting, and ask us better questions, because when we ask better questions we get better answers. I think that it will do for you what it did for me, which was get it really clear what my core message was. And from that, all of the things, right?
Mhm.
So that, and then putting together a plan to be able to do this. Now, is this a business? Is it a nonprofit? Like looking at objectively and doing a SWOT analysis on all of it. Do a SWOT analysis on, is this a nonprofit? Is this a for profit? Like, what are all the ways to do it? And then what are all the ways to structure it so that all the resources coming together so that it's a viable company that makes sense. And here's why I'm saying this. Yesterday, we were at this networking event. I know
Before you
it's at
go,
the most, yeah.
before you go too deep, Leo, do you mind giving me the address of the place? Because I would like to. I've got a program in AI that I'd like to run this through, and then I'll let Catherine finish. What is
Okay.
the address? Do you mind?
Um, okay, I'm looking for it. Give me one sec. Can I share stuff through the Zoom call?
Yeah. In the
Um,
chat, if you go to Zoom, the
oh,
chat,
okay.
you can put it there.
Okay, I think that'll be to
Yeah,
make
you
it a
can
little
drop it
bit
in
more
there,
beneficial.
and
That way
I'm
everybody
just
can
wanting
see
to
it.
put together a little thing that we have called Deal Hunter. I want to feed it that information and then provide you with some resources real quick. So, and then let Catherine finish because she does have a good point about yesterday's event.
Okay, perfect. Why is it able to do because I have like the document. Or you know what? Tommy, let me send it to you on Messenger. That way you can pull it out easier. Will that work right now?
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Catherine. Yesterday's event.
So, Leo, yesterday's event was at this like a place you'd never think to hold a networking event. It was literally at a surfing pool. Like I don't know what else to call it. And the owner was there and he talked about how he started this. He wasn't a surfer. He's literally from Utah. There's no ocean there.
Okay.
There's no waves there. Like he's, he just, he has this whole desire to do it. And he admitted every time he gets out there, it's like everybody's like, yeah, there's a huge like face plant, disappointment. But the point is he still had this dream. But how he built this was that he built it not just to serve surfers. And he built it for like the moms who wanted to sit, under the shade and just like read her book and be left alone, and for the teenager who wants to go surf, and for the 6-year-old who wants to go over
Mhm.
into the little pool, and for the 10-year-old who wants to go start trying to jump off the high dive board. And they created it very strategically, and they brought food in and then an event center. And by doing that, what he saw was that only 7% of his revenue comes from surfers. Now, had
Mm.
he only done just for surfers, like again, how big would this actually be? Versus when he planned it out to actually serve the whole family, the whole community, all of a sudden everybody got what they needed. And now they see where their revenue is coming from. It's coming from the food, it's coming from all the other people who come in to either boogie board or play or whatever. But only 7% was for surfers. So the point being is that if we step back and run it through our AI system, we can actually look at see it from different perspectives, almost like pull it outside of you, hold it and
Okay.
look at it from all the angles and go, oh, okay, I didn't think of it that way. And be able to give you different ideas that way. Again, where's the revenue? And I always say, do the numbers, numbers tell you what to do, right?
Right.
So this will help us be able to help you do the numbers so that you can see what your options are that you may not have been thinking.
Absolutely. And I'm actually a big AI user as well. I
Awesome.
use Yeah, I use Cloud, and it just kind of like
Perfect.
multiple personalities, if you will. Like at work,
Right?
I use Copilot. On my phone is Gemini, and for business, I do Cloud. And it's been very helpful because sometimes I get stuck, right? So like, oh man, so what is this? So now
So
I
now you're getting to see Tommy's genius, which is Deal Hunter, which I think is about to blow your mind.
So I took the address and I popped it in there, and I said a friend of mine wants to open a transition house for veterans of the military. He wants to do 4 transitional members, build out a retail section to the building, and have the space for veterans to learn and rehabilitate, not rehabilitate, rehabilitate into society. Because like you don't need to rehabilitate a veteran; they just need to
right.
rehabilitate, right? So, and in 17 seconds, what it did was it went and found the information. I wasn't able to download it for whatever reason, that form you sent me, but it did have the address, so that's what it pulled. So let me just double check and verify. This is what it pulled up as the place where it's at. Is that what you're looking at there? Is this building
Yes,
or the
sir.
back
Oh
building?
man, it is beautiful. You see that the warehouse in the back there?
Yeah,
Oh my God, it has two actual working bays for for my junk removal, my sorting.
right.
I have a couple cool videos. I'll share them to you, Tommy, and see if you can share it to the group in there, because my chat is just not sending. But you see, that's at the front store. Uh,
Right.
yeah, but that is not the retail shop, because the main thing is I don't want you guys to walk into another Goodwill, right? Uh, it has to be nice, boutique style. I mean, even though it's gonna be secondhand stuff, it
Well,
has
and
to
and
be
so that
organized
Catherine,
well.
yeah, so Catherine can understand. You're like you do a junk removal, but you also take the junk that's good and then you resell it, right?
Yes,
Repurpose
sir.
it. Yeah,
Yes.
So this is a
So
great,
yes.
yeah,
that's
And
nice.
yes, and I just sent you a video, Tommy. Let's see if you can show it for these guys here. It is like amazing. This building, because I've been looking and looking and looking, but this building is exactly the right formula.
right.
Uh, I mean, I guess there's always another building we can make a building, but as far as keeping the cost down for the start, this thing has everything I need. Um, it has a beautiful space for the boutique. Okay, because again, like everything when you think military is nice, neat, clean, aligned, nothing's out of place. You know, like those OCD kind of people too. Uh,
Right.
and and I just love it, man. I just want you to come. Like, where can I find this? It's here in IO two, and it's there, 100% every time, all the time, and it just has a clean path to it. Of course, we're gonna have a million junk in the back, but at the storefront, it's just a little bit at a time. Just like you sell this, you buy that, and then
Right.
we replenish it. You know, because if they see that I have 200 shirts there, they're like, ah, there's more, but there's only five. You pick those five, and then I bring another five and another five, and then tactics I've been learning. Because I was a manager at AutoZone, for example,
Right.
and there was picked up ideas from there. I picked up ideas from my own businesses, from doing staffing for so long. Uh, that it just needs to have a clear, concise. This is it. And
Well,
now you, I'm sorry,
That's
go ahead.
amazing. The what I was able to get Deal Hunter to do. This is inside of ChatGPT. It's a program that we built to help us analyze and understand real estate investing. So I'd love to share this report with you, get this over to you so that you and Al can go through it, and then we'd love to have a meeting with the both of you on how to, how can we help structure it, organize it, and get it accomplished for you guys. One of the tools, this tool, one of the things that it does is it kind of takes the idea and expands on it a little bit. So it talks about how to create the space so that all of the service members have the amenities that they could enjoy. The pictures from the LoopNet would be helpful in helping outline what you could do with it, and then how to actually step by step guide on how to get the thing converted over to occupancy where you can actually help these guys move in and do stuff. So
Absolutely. That's
uh,
awesome, man. That is amazing. That is one step further closer to the end goal.
So it breaks down the economics of it, the things you're going to need to worry about on how to get like your total projection price for the project. You said like 2 million, 2.5 million. It's got it between 2.5 and 4 million, right? And so
Right.
if it reaches that 4 million mark, we need to really have good resources on how to get that capital. Funding strategies, there's path one, which is nonprofit acquisition plus a VA programming. Like this is how you're going to get the building. Path two, investor owner related real estate lease to the nonprofit. Like Catherine has investors that buy property just to lease it to the nonprofits. And then the
Okay.
nonprofit can do a full lease back on a 50-year lease back. Like you can lease it for 100 years. And that way
Mm.
you never have to move out.
Right.
Um, and what you're doing is you're allowing the investor to just own an asset. They're not interested in running your business. They don't want nothing to do with
Yeah,
it.
then they get the
So,
depreciation and all of that, and then the
right.
nonprofit
There's rich people
Mm.
that need to write stuff off. And if your business is going to lose money for a couple years, they'll spend the money so that they can get the write off. So
Awesome.
and we
Awesome.
can make those
Yes.
connections. So there's also seller financing, lease back options, stuff like that. But through all of this, like it even explains who's the first person to call to start getting your pre-application done and adaptive reuse meeting done down at the city of Phoenix. Gives you a
Nice.
go no go, and then supplies you with next questions on what you should be asking yourself on how to move to the next level. So I'd love to share this with you. Our show's unfortunately out of time for today, but it's been great having you come in and check this out. And I know I'm speaking for myself, but anybody else willing to help out with Leo, let me know. And when we get that meeting set up with him, we'd love to have everybody join in on that call. So um, I appreciate everybody coming in. I'm going to wrap us up with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the blessing of this day, the blessing of the life that you've given us, and provided us with people like Leo and his brothers and sisters that have protected us in this beautiful country we call America. We ask that you continue to give us the strength and abilities necessary to make change in the world, and it is in your son's name we do this. Amen.
Man.
Amen.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys listening, and looking forward to at least learning more. I am
For
always
sure.
welcome to learning.
whatever we can do to help my brother you can see I'm gonna share this chat. I don't know if you have chat GPT or not. Before we close out the meeting, I'm gonna put it down here inside of the message so that you can grab it, copy it, and paste it right now. If you could, are you able to see the chat in your phone?
I see the chat. I don't see info yet. Or you can just, if you can just cut and paste it on an email as well, or that'll probably be easier
I
because
will do that as well. I'll send it
yeah,
over.
because I've been having, obviously I was having issues with Zoom and the meeting, to download the app because the browser wasn't helping. It's just
Understood. Understood. Well, I want to thank everyone else for coming in today. Tina, Michael, Cicely, and Blake, and everyone. Have a wonderful day. We'll see everybody.